Hi everyone. We can start with class 7 geography chapter number 1, that is environment. In this chapter we need to discuss an introduction to environment, meaning of environment, components of environment, thirds to environment, biotic and abiotic components, natural environment, domains of the earth, biosphere, ecosystem and human environment. In this video, we can discuss all these things in detail. First of all, an introduction to environment. Whatever we see in our surroundings makes the environment. For example, table, chair, mountain, rivers, books and so on. Just to take an example of one classroom. In classroom we can find the teacher, students, the pen, pencil, textbook, notebooks, bag, water bottle and so on. All are combined together. That is called the class environment. So something like that, wherever we are, the surrounding things or what are the things we can see in our surroundings, that all together is called our environment. Then next, we can see the meaning of environment. Environment means the surrounding or the condition in which the person, animals or plant lives or operates, or other ways. Environment is the place, people, things and nature that surrounded any living system. It is a combination of natural and human-made resources. So already we discussed the surroundings of the surroundings. That is called the environment. There we can find two types of the things, the natural and human-made resources, human-made things. Then next, we want to discuss about the components of environment. There are three components. First one is the natural environment. Second one is the man-made environment. And third one is the human environment. First one is the natural environment. Natural surroundings is called natural environment. For example, air, water, land and living things. All the naturally obtained things comes under the natural environment. These are the examples: the air, water, land and living things. All are naturally obtaining things. All such things are called natural environment. The next one is the man-made environment. It includes all things made by human beings, for example, buildings, roads, monuments and industries. So with the help of the natural environment, the human beings, they used to construct something more useful or more good things, value-added things. Such things are called the man-made environment, man-made things. So here they are utilizing the natural things, the natural resources, and they are making something new, something more valuable product. Such products are called man-made environment. And the next, human environment includes human-related values and beliefs. The small groups of individuals, the associations of the individuals. For example, the individual, family, community, religion, education institutions and political situations. So in the next slide, we can see the graphical or the pictorial representation of components of environment. So there are three components of environment. First one is the natural environment, the human-made environment and human environment. First one is the natural environment. Here, the naturally obtained resources or things that comes under the natural environment, such as the living things, the land, the air and the water. These are the examples of natural environment. And second, the human-made environment. For example, the buildings, parks, bridges, roads, industries and monuments. All these things are made by the human being with the help of, by utilizing the natural resources. Such things are called man-made environment. And the next one is the human environment, the association of groups or the association of humans. For example, the political situations. For example, the India, the country, the concept of country, the state. Then next one is the economic. Economic means the bank or the financial, the institutions. The next one is the education institutions. For example, the schools and colleges. The religion, different type of religions, community, family, individuals. All such the group of or the associations of human beings comes under the human environment. And then next, we want to discuss about the threats to environment. Threats to environment means anything that can disturb our natural environment. For instance, man-made things such as fumes are polluting the air, land is being consumed to build factories, etc. So normally, the man used to over-exploit the natural resources, and it may cause some kind of disturbances, or it may cause some kind of pollution to our environment. So the disturbances to the environment, for example, the factories used to emit a lot of harmful water or the wastewater or the fumes. So that will pollute the environment. Such things are called the threats to the environment. Then next, we want to discuss about the biotic and abiotic components. Biotic components means the world of living organism or all the living things. For example, plants, animals, bacteria, and people. All the living things comes under the biotic component. All the living components comes under the biotic component. And on the other hand, abiotic, the world of non-living elements. For example, rock, water, air, sunlight, wind, land, and soil. All non-living components, all non-living things comes under the abiotic resources or components. Here we can see one picture. The biotic, living things, means the plants, animals, bacteria, fungus, protists. The abiotic, the non-living things such as the soil, air, minerals, light, and water. So these are the examples of biotic and abiotic components. The next, we want to discuss about the natural environment. Land, water, air, plants, and animals make the natural environment that we already covered in the 6th standard. There we studied about the lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, and biosphere. About this we will discuss in the next slide. The domains of environment. Domains of different layers of environment includes lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, and biosphere. First of all, we can discuss with the lithosphere. The solid crust or the hard top layer of Earth, it made up of rock, minerals, and covered by the thin layer of soil. So, which means the word lithos, that's the Latin word, which means the stone. The outer layer of the Earth, the hard outer layer of the Earth is called lithosphere. So then second, the lithosphere, the first one is the lithosphere. The hard outer layer of the Earth is called a lithosphere, which means in Hindi we will say that the Bhumandal. So the solid outer layer of the Earth is called lithosphere. And the second one is the hydrosphere. The hydros, which means the water. The water on the Earth's surface, such as lake, sea, ocean, rivers, etc., are called the hydrosphere. Hydros means water. So the water, all the water bodies includes the river, lake, or oceans are called the hydrosphere. The next one is the atmosphere. Atmosphere, it is the thin layer of air that surrounds the Earth. It consists of number of gases, dust, and water vapor. Atmos means Vayu Mandal. In our atmosphere, we can find a number of gases, like hydrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, and a number of minor gases. All such gases comes under the atmosphere or Vayu Mandal. And next one is the biosphere. Bios means life, the living, life. Jiva Mandal. So the plants, animals, water, earth, and human life makes the biosphere, also known as the living world. So where we can find the life, that is called the biosphere or Jiva Mandal. It is a combination of plants, animals, water, earth, and human beings. Then next we can see a pictorial or graphical representation of the biosphere. Here we can find the hydrosphere, Jala Mandal or water body. Here we can find atmosphere or Vayu Mandal, and here we can find the lithosphere or Bhumandal. The combination of hydrosphere, atmosphere, and lithosphere. The combination of these three, the combination of the Jalamandal, Vayumandal, and Bhumandal is called Jiva Mandal or biosphere. The next we want to discuss about the biosphere. The plants and animals kingdom together makes the biosphere or the living world. It is a narrow zone of earth where land, water, and air interact with each other to support life, that we already discussed. The combination of atmosphere, hydrosphere, and lithosphere, the combination of the air, the water body, and the soil or the lithosphere, that is called the biosphere or Jiva Mandal. The next is the ecosystem. An ecosystem includes all of the living things in a given area interacting with each other and also with the non-living environment. Here, ecosystem means an area where we can find the living things like the plants, animals, and other organisms, microorganisms, and they used to interact each other. That is, the living things, they used to interact each other, as well as they used to interact with the non-living environment such as the weather, earth, sun, soil, climate, and atmosphere. Here we can see one image. Here this is the ecosystem. In this picture we can find the living and the non-living things. They used to interact each other. So here the water. So here we can find the other living creatures like the fish, frog, the animals or birds. They are the examples of living things. And here the soil, the water or the stone, these are the non-living things. They used to interact each other. The area where we can find the living things and they used to interact each other with, they will interact themselves and along with the non-living environment. That is called the ecosystem. And in the next, we want to discuss about the human environment. Human beings interact with the environment on day-to-day basis and modify it according to their needs. Due to modernization, our needs grow. So we learned new ways to fulfill our needs. Just to think about the early inhabitants. They used to live in the caves and they used to wander here and there and they used to hunt animals. Gradually, the human beings started to settle somewhere and they started to cultivate something, and gradually we progressed. So they utilized through the interaction with the environment, they modified their environment, and that caused the development and growth of human being or our earth or our civilization. So that's about this chapter. Thank you.